Good day. My name is Tamara, and I am the owner of RuckWood Recovery, LLC, a licensed and registered heir finder service located in St. Louis, Missouri, that serves the whole of Missouri with preparation and submission of tax foreclosure surplus and unclaimed property for unclaimed property held by your state treasury. If you have any questions at the end of this video, please visit www.ruckwoodrecovery.com, shoot us an email at ruckwoodrecovery@gmail.com or rwr@ruckwoodrecovery.com, or give us a call 314-692-4272. A representative is standing by to answer whatever questions you may have. All right, and also at the end of this video, please stay tuned for a special message. All right, that being said, this video is to inform you all. I get this question a lot. And the question is, why is tax foreclosure surplus such a mystery to the masses? When I'm talking to people and they ask me what I do and I tell them, they're like, I didn't even know about that. I've actually spoken to a few representatives of our government and they had no idea what it was. And I just want to educate you all on why it goes so unnoticed and why so many homeowners who go through tax foreclosure end up never recovering that money that could help them get back on their feet. And why heir finders end up having to call them and say, hey, you're entitled to this money. And you have to convince them, hey, this is real. This is real. This is your money. So we've given in previous videos, I've given an example of how tax foreclosure surplus comes, how it happens. And I'll get the same example I've given in several other videos. You've got $5,000 in back real estate taxes. And normally this is for homes that are free and clear. The home is paid off. There's no mortgage. The family owns the property. So they got $5,000 in back real estate taxes. And at the auction it sells for $100,000. Well, that leaves $95,000 for the original homeowner. The county technically can only keep that $5,000. And like I said, that $95,000 belongs to the homeowner. Now I will actually create a video, and we're working on having the attorney come in here and explain that Supreme Court ruling a little bit better to you. But we definitely want an attorney to explain that Supreme Court ruling to you on why, when a county keeps the surplus, when they sheet it after 3 years, why it's a violation of the takings clause of the Fifth Amendment. So that being said, you got $95,000 that belongs to the homeowner. Well, why does an heir finder have to call them and tell them? Well, here's what happens. After that sale happens, there is a notice of sale, a certificate of sale that goes out. And that certificate of sale says a few things. It says the property sold on this date. It also states the back taxes that were owed. It shows who purchased it and how much they purchased it for. All right? So it can be an investment firm, it can be an individual, but then it also says surplus. However, it doesn't state anywhere on that certificate of sale that, hey, homeowner, you're entitled to this surplus and here's how to claim it. It just states surplus. And it is up to the public and is up to heir finders to let folks know, hey, that surplus amount that's on there belongs to you. And here's how you can claim it. However, if you are a homeowner, you can't just come forward and say, hey, I want my money. There is a process that has to be followed. And that process is sort of laid out in revised statute 140-230. But it is so vague that a lot of counties have their own type of procedure, yet they still require certain things. And that being said, so if you've got the homeowner, right, a lot of people, when they realize a tax sale is coming, they move out of the property, so they never receive that certificate of sale anyway. Or many times, and I'm going to say many times, most cases that we take on are heirs property. So the homeowner passed away, the family's not coming and checking the mail. They probably cleared out the house anyway, and the house is just sitting vacant and the mail's coming there. There's no mail forwarding. So therefore that certificate of sale comes to the house, but nobody ever sees it. And even after that, the purchaser actually leaves a notice on the door too, and they also have to do their due diligence to try to find the heirs to that property, anybody who has an interest in that property. However, a lot of elderly folks, especially elderly folks, do not have a footprint on the internet, nor do they have a social media presence, nor do they have a lot of updated information, especially if they pass away before a certain decade. So the house could have been sitting vacant for a very, very long time. Or it could have been sitting vacant for a few years. But we all know that we're not going to go to a vacant property constantly. They might pay someone to go mow the lawn or take care of the outside, but they're not going and checking the mail regularly. That being said, even if they were to get the notice or the certificate of sale, it never states on that certificate of sale that they're entitled to that surplus. And we've got another issue. There's another reason why people aren't informed. And that is because, and especially on the process, my goodness. So if you were to call the county, a lot of counties do not have a formal claims process. And the reason is many claims can be different. They can't give you a process for a homeowner, or they can't give you the process for the heirs, because many times when it's an heirs property, if there's no beneficiary deed, then it hasn't changed hands properly. If there's no will, there was no will submitted into probate, well, the county doesn't know. The county's not going to tell you exactly how to claim that, because you might have to have a determination of heirship. You might have to open probate. You might have to do a whole lot of things. Now, another issue is many times, and I'm going to say many times, folks just don't find out in time. For tax foreclosure surplus, there is a limit on when a homeowner can claim that money. And that is 3 years from the date of the sale. So you got 3 years. We're going to say this is the whole 3 years, right? Well, then there's a redemption period for first and second sales. For third sales, there's no redemption period at all. The homeowner just loses the house because they've had how many years to try to redeem that property. But for first and second sales, you got 1 year to redeem. And that 1 year is actually included within that 3 years. So that shaves off. That money is unavailable to the homeowner. It gives them the chance to redeem the property, but that money, that surplus money, is unavailable to the homeowner at that point in time. So that shades a year off. You've got many counties who, even when the purchaser, right after that year, they apply for that collector's deed, well, that collector or Department of Revenue might wait an additional 6 months. So now that shaves off a year and a half. Now that homeowner has only a year and a half to claim those funds. Now, if it's a living homeowner, it may not take that long. But if it is an heir that has to claim it, probate wasn't open, determination of heirship wasn't done, then we heir finders are in a mad dash to get that, to help them, to let them know, hey, this money belongs to you. We work on contingency. We don't see a beneficiary deed on file. We don't see a will on file. We don't see that probate was open. Let us help you. Let us help you, because probate takes time and money. And many folks, especially if they couldn't redeem the property, we understand that they probably don't have the money to go through probate, which is why we cover the cost of that. So we reach out to them. We say, hey, we're in a mad dash. You've only got so long to claim this money, and we've got this much time to get you through probate. Let us help you. But some folks, They don't want to hear it, unfortunately. And they lose out on valuable, many times the surplus, especially in the big city, the surplus is a significant amount of money that could get that family back on their feet. It could help recover some of those funeral expenses. It can help with some of those. If the family has been maintaining the property, it could help recover some of those costs. It could help, that money could actually help with buying a new house. Many times the money is enough to actually buy a new house. So, put a kid through college, save up for a vacation. It doesn't matter what you use the surplus for. Pay off some debt. There's no rules on what surplus can be used for. So, but many times folks just don't want to hear it. So, it is up to the heir finders to educate folks. So that is one of the reasons why I make these videos, because I want to help you all. Getting that question, why is surplus, tax foreclosure surplus, such a mystery to the masses? The main reasons are lack of information, just lack of notice period, lack of proper notification, and just lack of wanting to hear it from somebody who reaches out to you. So I hope that these videos spread. I hope that they can educate our neighbors, our Missouri residents. I love our state, and I want to see our residents rise up out of this economy with abundance. With this sheer abundance. And so RuckWood Recovery is just making a mad dash to educate the masses on this. So it's not such a mystery. And even though there's no formal claims process that these counties have laid out, you want an heir finder that is familiar with the process, that knows the process, who has the resources to help you get through that process and get it done correctly and properly immediately, so you don't lose the right to claim the funds that rightfully belong to you and your family. Stop. All right. If you have any questions after this video, please feel free to visit www.ruckwoodrecovery.com for more information. Give us an email at ruckwoodrecovery@gmail.com or rwr@ruckwoodrecovery.com, or give us a call 314-692-4272. We are standing by to answer as many questions as you like. And again, you all, stay tuned to the end of this video for a special message. Take care. Hey there. Thank you so much for tuning into our videos. And thank you so much for trusting RuckWood Recovery to educate you on tax foreclosure surplus and unclaimed property in the state of Missouri. We pride ourselves on our ability to serve Missouri residents with compassion, dignity, respect, and professionalism. But securing your family's legacy isn't just about recovering lost assets. It's about planning ahead for the future, for when the inevitable happens to all of us. So for all of your end-of-life planning needs, we are happy and proud to recommend Schnurbusch Law for all of those needs. From trusts to wills to beneficiary deeds to estate planning, to opening probate after a passing, or an heirship determination long after someone has passed. You're going to need a knowledgeable attorney that's going to get you there with confidence and get the job done. So don't wait until it's too late. Visit schnurbuschlaw.com or click the link below. And if you believe you may have tax foreclosure surplus or unclaimed property floating out there, feel free to visit the RuckWood Recovery website or give us a call. We are happily standing by to help you on the path to financial recovery and security. Take care.